Hey cuties! Today I'm joined by a very special guest, Boss Swag Master. If you didn't know, I and Boss are big fans of My Little Pony, and Boss is a big fan of Uma Musume. She came up with the idea that we could combine those two things and design our own My Little Pony Umas. This concept is not new, however, and I've seen other artists do the same, but this is our rendition. I hope you like them. Stay till the end to see our designs in the style of Uma Musume. Let's start off with Applejack. For Applejack, I wanted to give her a very strong and confident build. Think of Gold Ship. Applejack is a workhorse, and even in the show is shown to be very strong. I wanted to give her that muscular build. She also has a reddish, almost sunburnt tan on her body with tan lines because she is often working outside on the farm. If you didn't know, the characters in Uma Musume are based off of real racehorses. In real life, some horses are girls and some horses are males. But in Uma Musume, every character is depicted as an anime girl. So to tell the gender of each racehorse, every Uma has a hair accessory. If the hair accessory is on the right, then it's a boy, and if the hair accessory is on the left, it is a girl. So since all the characters that we've done today are girls, we've put hair accessories on the left side. For Applejack's hair accessory, I did a rope with an apple on it. The rope is supposed to represent her lasso that she uses in the show, and the apple is supposed to represent her cutie mark. We also decided to draw all the characters in the school uniform, just to keep everything consistent. Next we have Fluttershy.
Okay, first one I did was Fluttershy. She's one of my hashtag favorites because she's yellow and pink. And I went for like a more rice showery vibe because rice shower is also my favorite Uma. And they're both shy and meek. I was gonna give her like a gold ship-esque ear muff, well, where her human ears would be muff thing. Because like I think she'd be one of those horses with the thing, but I didn't end up going with it. I just went with like the bow, and her little bow has a little bunny in it, which is her bunny, I think, is Angel, and I gave it little wings because, you know, she's a Pegasus, and she's just a cutie patootie. I didn't end up adding too many extra like bells and whistles to her design because she doesn't really seem like someone who would have like elaborate details on her. She'd just be like a plain Jane. I think she'd be one of the like skinnier Umas and like the shorter ones, like how Rice Shower is really tiny. Cause like her little kid form in the show, she was all lanky and stuff. And you can see it took me 40 million years to do the hand pose I was trying to do because I couldn't figure out the angle of the finger, like the interlocked, like shy, like ooh fingers. And I eventually had to hashtag 3D it. Yes. If you had to have like a specific, more Uma-y horse racing sounding name, because Fluttershy is just her horse name. I'm trying to think, what would be a good name for, like, Fluttering Wind maybe, because the horses are normally just named words. But Fluttershy would also work because it's two syllables, well, two words. Like a lot of horses are, like Rice Shower. And I ended up giving her like two-toned hair because just making her hair all pink, I thought that would look kind of boring. And she has little makeup. She is so pretty. I think her racing outfit would be yellow and white to match with like her bow and stuff. It would have like little like green tealy color her eyes are as little gemstones around it. And I think that would be really cute. But we just did their school uniforms because that would be easier. I love using the lasso tool. It is my favorite. It's like so easy because like I can get like the sharp looking lines without having to, draw them out. I think she'd be a late runner because she'd be too afraid to like catch up with the other horses because she's like shy and stuff. But I think she'd probably only be like a 2-star horse, like one of the ones you get in the gotcha like a million times. She'd probably be friends with a more eccentric horse. Like, she'd probably be one of the horses that are like terrorized by Gold Ship, which would be really funny. But she'd be friends with the rest of the main 6, obviously. But out of the normal Umas, I think she'd get along with Nice Nature. That'd be nice. Or what's the one? Grass Wonder. I think they'd be friends. What's it? She's done now. And we gave each of them like a little writing thing. I was gonna do text at first, but then I'm like, it would be cuter if she had her own little like signature. And she has like really curly handwriting. Yes.
Alright, next let's do Twilight Sparkle. For Twilight, I gave her a more slender and tall build. I also gave her darker skin, not only because I personally headcanoned her that way, but also because in the leaked concept art for Equestria Girls, they depicted Twilight as a little girl with dark skin, which I think suits her. I also gave her glasses, and for her accessory, I gave her a bow with a star that looks like her cutie mark. Next, let's do Rainbow Dash.
The next one I did was Rainbow Dash, and she was my favorite when I was a kid. I wanted to give her like a more punk, kind of scene-esque looking hairstyle. I was gonna lean more towards like scene, but then I'm like, I think the idea I had in my brain was cooler. Like the 2 references I had were like, it's like a bunch of different like color blocks in the hair, and I gave her sunglasses, like the 20% cooler meme from back in the day. And I think she'd be like one of those anime characters that when they take off their glasses, they have really beautiful detailed eyes. But she's the sporty one, and she's so cool. Her little hair tie is a cloud, because her cutie mark has a cloud in it. And then her earring is the shape of the lightning bolt, but it's also the shape of the gem and the color of the gem on her Elements of Harmony necklace thing. And she's so cool. She'd be a front runner because she's one of those horses who think they're better than everyone else. And she'd probably get along with Gold Ship because they're both chaotic and evil. Well, not evil, you know what I mean. But she's so cool. And her little like ribbon on her hair is meant to look like wings a little bit, like feathers. she'd be really into training. Like, a lot of her events would probably give you some sort of, like, really good boost. But then every time she loses, she'd probably, like, you get, like, the status effect where you go from, like, oh, I'm great, to, oh, I'm horrible, I won't run no more. She'll get practice poor if you lose once. I think her racing outfit would be similar, like a mix of like Vodka's outfit and Arahuara, you know, the pink one, similar to their outfits, whereas like it looks like a training uniform, but it also looks like cool, like it'd be like shorts and not like a dress or anything. She'd probably get harassed by the student council a lot because she wouldn't want to wear her like school uniform all the time because it's a skirt, and she'd probably get into arguments about them all the time. I feel like she might also be a 2-star horse because she's more normally, but she'd be one of the 2-star horses that are like really good once you train them a certain way and level up their potential all the way. But she'd be one of the ones where you have to build all the speed up. Like the people who have like the like A plus Abrahuras with the like max speed and that's the only thing they trained, that'd probably be the type of build she'd have. I debated for a while on how I wanted to do the color distribution in the hair, because like if you do rainbow wrong, like rainbow patterns in a hair wrong, it just looks tacky, and I wanted it to look cool, not like cringe or anything. And I wanted to include like the light blue of her hair, oh not her hair, of her like fur, but I couldn't think of where to put it. I think where I ended up keeping it is fine though. I really like her piercings. She's so cool. She probably gets in trouble for that. Because I think Air Shakira also gets in trouble for having piercings. She probably have a sick tattoo, like Air Shakira was supposed to have too. She's so cool, man. I think it'd be cool if the different Umas could have different uniform colors. But I get that, you know, uniforms are supposed to be uniform, everyone has the same one. What would be a good, like, horse theme name for her? Because Rainbow Dash is also 2 words, so I guess that would also work, but something with rainbow in it, obviously. I don't know. But she's done. She's so cool. She's full of swag. I like her signature. Yeah.
Now we have Pinkie Pie. For Pinkie Pie, I gave her a rounder, smaller build with strong legs. I feel like she'd be a fairly quick horse. She's always moving around super fast in the show and she basically runs off sugar. I gave her very dark skin just because that's how I headcanon her to be. Her accessory is a party hat, because she likes parties. I also gave her a little bracelet with the colors of her cutie mark, just to give her something that resembles her cutie mark. She's definitely my favorite of the 3 that I did, just because I think she came out super cute. And lastly, we have Rarity.
The last one I did was Rarity, and I kind of had an idea she'd be more of the elegant ones. She'd be like one of the taller ones too. And I personally think she'd be friends with Gold City, the one who's like the fashion model Uma, who's not really in the game too much, in the English game yet. She's in like card events. But she would be one of the ones who make like the racewear that they wear, like the signature racewears. And her racewear would be like a big, elegant dress, I think. And I ended up giving her a cute little hat like Rice Shower because I'm like, what would she have? Because Fluttershy already had a bow, so I wasn't going to give her another bow. But she needs a little elegant hat. She'd also be a little upset about the school outfits, like how Rainbow Dash is, but for a different reason. Because for her it's not fashionable enough. But at least it's purple and it matches her hair. If she had to have a specific Uma name, I think like something like Rare Jewel or something. Like something with the word rare in it. I think her roommate in the dorms would be Rainbow Dash, because, you know, they clash a lot and it's funny. But if her roommate was Applejack, that'd be even more funny, because they'd argue about all, like, things all the time. Oh yeah, I forgot, I give her a little mole. The jewel on her, little hat is made to look like her Cutie Marks jewels. And I think she'd have, like, jewelry and stuff. Because all the Umas that have jewelry don't have it in their school uniforms. Because it's like, they use the same model for their bodies. But she'd have like jewelry, and she has fancy nails. And her little glasses. And she'd probably, like, if she had to have a relative or like a best friend-esque character, I think her and King Halo and maybe Daiwa Scarlet would be friends, because they're all like kind of posh a little bit. They're very full of themselves. But I think her and TM Opera O are both full of themselves in the same way, so they could not be in the same room as each other. I also ended up giving her like 2 tones of hair, like she has like a dyed undercut. Because I'm like, if it was just purple, that would be boring. And she already has like the different colored parts of her curled parts in her pony design. But I understand it's supposed to be like shine, not a different hair color. I think it'd be cool if she carried an umbrella, like a little frilly parasol. And she'd be one of the ones who don't like training. But she does love winning, though. Her Uma rival would probably be Applejack, because she would have the mindset where, oh, this like nowhere farm pony can't run better than me, so her career would have her trying to win against Applejack, and she'd be extremely devastated when she loses. But I think that'd be cool. But I'd feel bad for Applejack for like losing though, if you get all the way to the end of Rarity's career with all like first places. She'd probably be one of those horses that treat their trainer like it's their boyfriend. But at the end of her career, like her good ending, she'd be like, oh, I was just faking it so I'd win. And then she'd never talk to you again. I think they're really funny. I feel like the uniform fits her the best because, you know, the colors are the same as her hair, kind of. But I still think them having different color uniforms would be cool. And she's done, and she's so cool, and she is hashtag slaying. And I couldn't remember how to do cursive, but I tried for her little signature. Yay!
And with that, the main 6 of My Little Pony are now Umas. But wait, don't you want to see them in the Uma Musume style? Since BSM is so great at style replication, she offered to draw all of our designs in the Uma Musume art style. Want to take a look? Huge, gargantuan, big, fat thank you to BSM for all the work she did on this video and for helping me and educating me on Uma Musume and also making the Uma Musume sprites you see at the end. They came out so cute. I love all of our designs. A big thank you to everybody who watched and liked the video. If you'd like to see more Pony Umas in the future, please let us know down in the comments and we'll start working. Thank you guys so much. Bye!